Hey y'all, and we're back. Now, y'all, you know what gets to me sometimes? When family blames it on the FBI and everybody else when their family member goes missing. Now, what I mean by this, listen. Now, Giovanni was inside the car with his cousins. They were smoking. They need to tell them what they were smoking and everything, how he was acting before and after. Now that boy didn't start just acting up like that. Do he have some kind of, medical issue, illnesses or something they need to tell? They upset because they saying that the detective didn't do that much. Something happened in that car. Those the people that the investigator need to go ahead on in and investigate. So that must be what the mother talking about. Y'all, when they found the young man, of course, he was in a retention pond. But he just got out the car with his cousin. And then later his phone was and the book bag was on the side of the road. Why didn't they call the mom? That's their cousin. Sheesh. Y'all tell me what you think in the chat.
That's right, and that's one of the things that the family is taking issue with. Now, the sheriff's office has preliminarily identified the body that was pulled from the retention pond behind me off I-75 as 18-year-old Giovanni, but investigators did stress that even though preliminary findings don't show signs of foul play, this is far from closed. Along a busy stretch of I-75 and State Road 70 in Bradenton, a wooden cross now marks the spot where searchers recovered a body Friday, believed to be Giovanni Pelletier.
This is heartbreaking for this family.
The 18-year-old disappeared on August 1st after leaving Charlotte County at 1:30 a.m. with cousins he'd never met before. The family says his last text messages were pleas for help at 1:51 a.m.
We understand that he got out of the vehicle and was acting erratic based on the people that he was with.
His backpack and phone were later found along State Road 70. Manatee County deputies say multiple agencies, volunteers, and even aerial searches scoured the area for days, though they were not searching on Friday.
A lot of these areas were searched, but unfortunately, nothing was seen until Friday when a family member was walking by this pond.
Investigators believe the body had been underwater for several days, making confirming the identity and finding a cause of death difficult.
Toxicology could be critical here, but unfortunately, they're dealing with the condition of the body, and that can limit even finding answers.
While the preliminary autopsy shows no signs of trauma or foul play, investigators are still working every angle to figure out how Giovanni ended up in the pond.
We don't know how he ended up in the pond. Did he slide in there? There's a lot of theories of what could have happened.
On a GoFundMe page, Giovanni's family calls his disappearance suspicious and voiced frustration that their efforts, not investigators, led to his recovery. And they say they will not stop pushing for answers.
Family calls for the FBI investigation. So you need, if you want if you want the FBI involved, you got to have your family involved, cause those family members the one picked him up. The family know what happened.
I'm your Brevard County community correspondent, James Sparvero. Even after finding his body, the family still has many unanswered questions about what really happened to an 18-year-old who went missing on his Florida vacation. Giovanni Pelletier's family is meeting us here in this pavilion at Fox Lake Park in Titusville. Another cousin who I've met in my reporting, Morgan Hall.
I'm devastated that we had to be the ones to bring Giovanni home.
She wants to address the developments since this past weekend.
We believe every person missing deserves immediate, thorough action and resources.
She says they found Gio's body very close to where he was last seen, because it took over a week. Now she says his body has decomposed, and it will take several more weeks to identify his cause of death.
So if a 1 mile search would have been done thoroughly, there would have been a potential to figure out what happened to him.
A lot lot of those who have watched our reporting, they have questions about the people Gio was in the car with. What do you think? Our sheriff has ruled out that they've done anything wrong.
There was no evidence of any type of wrongdoing.
I personally do not know these boys at all, so I can't comment on their character, but I do know that I would never leave someone on the side of the road. Everyone knows something is wrong with the story. Nothing makes sense to anyone, and everyone sees a kind-hearted young boy.
And Morgan, it seems clear your family's not been arrested until you get some answers.
No, it's not over at all.
Mom,
Next, the family is asking the FBI to investigate. That's the hope of this Change.org petition. The initial investigation.
Mom, those was your cousins. Those was your cousins. He was in the car with your kin people. Those y'all folks. What do you want the officers to do, investigation, or the FBI to do? To go question your kin people? Because he was in the car. And when he got out of the car, he could have walked in the retention pond. He could have walked in it. What else you want them to do? He could have walked in it. He was in there for several days. When he was in there for several days, why y'all didn't go look for him the next day? That's where they let them out. Why y'all wait for a couple of days and then go look for him? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.